Good morning. So we're going to start laying on our back this morning. Let your shoulder blades roll under. Let the knees bend and the feet connect to the mat. So bringing each toe down with a little press. And then a little pelvic tilt. So we're going to just flatten that low back to the mat and let our tailbone lift just slightly. So you can feel a little bit of involvement in the glutes and the hips. Feel your breath as you hold this. And let it deepen. What can you give yourself today? More than just this time on the mat. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice and for your day, feel free to do so now. An intention for focus or love yourself a little bit extra today or whatever it might be. Good. Relax your low back. Feel the tailbone sink into the mat. And then keep that sink going and give your back a little bit of a curve to really lift the belly button up. Feeling the low back muscles engage. Hold and then feel your breath in this position. Good. Flatten the back. And then a little tilt. Tailbone comes up. I flatten low back to the mat. And I'm going to pull the right knee to the chest. Good. Let's take a hold of that knee and give ourselves some little circles around for the hip joint. Good. Take that leg into the air. We'll take a hold behind the thigh. And we're just going to bend and straighten the leg a few times. We're getting into the hamstring. Good. And then just flexing that foot to the ceiling. Press. Let the foot come down. And we'll take the left knee to the chest. Just hold a couple of breaths. Circle out through the hip. Good. Take a hold behind the thigh and straighten and bend. Good, now flex the foot, press that heel to the ceiling. Perfect, both knees into the chest. And then just release them both to the left, right shoulder blades staying down. Good, bring it over to the right. Left shoulder blade staying down. Back to the center. And we're gonna reach for the heels, give ourselves a little crunch in. Pull the heels in toward your body so the knees are coming up. Your forehead is reaching for the knees. Good, slide hands to the back of your legs and give yourself a little rock up, but the knees are bent in front of you. Seated cat-cow, I'll take a hold in front of my shins and just bring my chest forward for a little sway in the back. Arch back, chin to chest. Forward and back. Good, now we'll come for a stretch forward. Reach the hands up toward the top of your mat. Give a little pulse. Now I want to leave the feet flat to the mat so my knees are still upright. I'll take a little lean back, cactus arms with palms facing down. One leg will lift. Then I'll come forward, tap my mat. Lean back, palms facing down, lift a leg. Back and forth. Little squeeze in the shoulder blades when we bring those arms back. Good, let's take one more. And we'll hold, turn into a full cactus, so palms forward. Let both legs lift with bent knees into boat. Good, legs come straight, so do arms. And I'll take a little fold into staff. Again, I'm gonna take a little bit of a pulse. The fingertips toward the toes. Good, now I'm gonna do the same thing with the lean and lift. I'm gonna come back, lift a leg straight. Come forward toward the toes. Lean and lift the other leg. Good, so I'm gonna take one more. And then I'm gonna come back, full cactus, lean, lift both legs. Good, cross both legs, come forward. Tabletop, and we'll take some circles here. And back the other way. Good. Sink the hips toward the feet. Nice long stretch in the arms. Forehead can come down. A few deep breaths. Lifting back to all fours. Reach the left arm up and take a twist under. Thread the needle, letting your left ear and shoulder come down. Right arm can lift up and maybe rest on your back if that feels good. Right leg can straighten to add a little more stretch to the outside of that left shoulder. You can even try finding your balance there. Keep the hip closed so toes turn down and let the right leg lift. And bring it back down. Right hand coming down, and I'll press up to take my left arm high. Bring it back down. And right arm reaching. Threading under. And taking the options. Left hand can lift up. Left leg can straighten. If you like, taking the balance as well. Good, lift the leg down if it's up. Arm down. Big reach. Down to the mat. We'll tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Give the feet a little walk here. Good, now I'm going to take a deep bend in both knees. Push the mat away so that my chest and my belly come toward the thighs, deepening the stretch between my shoulder blades. We'll move forward into plank. Press back to that squatty down dog. Front knee. Forward into plank. Let the knees come down, let the feet lift. Bend the elbows lower slow to the mat, so with control. Lift through the chest for a little king cobra. Feet come down, I'll press back into that child's pose. Breathe. Good, coming up to down dog. Taking that deep knee bend. Forward to plank. Pressing back, deep knee bend. Forward to plank. Knees come down, feet lift up. Lower slow. Keep feet lifted as you rise the chest to cobra. Good, feet come down, press to child's pose. Lifting up, all fours. Tuck the toes, down dog. Coming forward into fold, so walk to the hands and release the upper body. Give yourself a little rock side to side for a ragdoll. Good, let's slowly roll our way to stand. Taking a breath to reach up at the top. And exhale, hands to the heart for mountain. Find your breath, pressing the toes into the mat. Reaching up. Step your right foot back. Warrior one, we're going to bend into that front knee and sink. Good, straighten the leg. Coming forward into pyramid. Walk your hands into the center of your leg, and we're going to just turn the toes to face toward the corners of your mat. Bend your right knee and sink to the side. Side lunge. Once you're there, find some stability to lift into the balance. Letting the toes lift up to the ceiling if you're down for Skandasana. Good, hands to the mat, and we'll move to the center. Rise your way up to stand. Exhale to goddess. Chest is open, and I'm giving my hips a little tilt under like we did in the beginning, flattening the back to the mat. Good, let's tilt to the left. Arm comes down, right arm reaches over the ear. Big circle with the arm. Release that shoulder. Good, back into the center. Straighten up the legs, reach. Exhale, 5-point star. Good, we'll sink to the left. Finding that side lunge over here. Maybe the balance. Good, last breath. Hands to the mat. I'm going to walk over to the right foot. Turn my feet. Back foot is flat. Right toes are forward. Straighten through the leg, pyramid. Warrior one, bend that right knee. Lift up, warrior one. Perfect. Good, let's open up to the center. So turn the feet, 5-point star. Goddess, bend elbows and knees. Little tuck of the tailbone. Lean to the right. Left arm right over the ear. Beautiful. Back to the center, both hands to the thighs. Take a little twist in, dipping one shoulder. Twist the other way. Good. Coming to the center, we'll reach up. 5-point star. Hands into the heart. Now I'm going to keep the toes pointed out, and I'm just going to bring the legs a little closer together, so a little wider than hip width. Let's sink into Malasana. Readjust the feet to where you need. Find that balance. Good, last breath. Let the hands come down in front of you. And we're gonna curve through the back like cat. And then release like cow. Curve like cat. Reverse like cow. One more. Good. Keep that cat back. Lean into the hands. Bring the knees to the backs of your arms, coming toward a crow or crow practice. Letting knees meet the backs of your arms. Push the mat away. Maybe let one toe or two lift off the mat. Play a little bit. And then sink into Malasana when you're ready. Good. Let's reach up. Palms are together. I'm going to take a big circle around with the whole body. And back the other way. Pausing into the center. And let the arms come down. Let's step to the top of the mat for mountain. Tall mountain up to the toes, arms reach. Toe balance, bending the knees, let the arms come forward, reach them long. Little tuck of the tailbone to meet the heels. Good, hands to the mat. Step the right foot back, runner's lunge. Left hand's gonna come up. Take a big circle with that shoulder. Good, let's bring that back knee down to the mat. Flatten the foot. Reach that left arm back. Let your right hip sink forward. Good, hand comes down and we'll straighten through that front leg, half split. Bending the knee. I'm going to bring this into pigeon. So I'm just going to slide that foot to the side. Let the outside of my knee come down. Back leg stays long. Feeling into your hip and your glute. And if it feels good, lowering down a little deeper, maybe forearms, or even to sleeping pigeon with forehead down. And we lift back onto the hands. Tilt the hip down to the mat. Let that right leg come around and cross in front of the left thigh. Taking a twist out to the right. Let your hand come down and behind. Very nice. Let yourself deepen if it feels good with a little press into the side of the leg to help twist a bit more. Good, so we're here. If the hips have a little more to give, start facing forward. And we're gonna go for cow face pose. So if this feels like enough in your hips, you can hold here. If the hips wanna go a little bit more, we're gonna try and stack the outside of the knee to the inside of the bottom one. Bringing the feet in toward the body as much as we can. Then right arm's gonna come on top. Left arm's gonna come behind, and we're gonna try and move those hands in the direction of each other to maybe take a hold of the fingers. Right elbow points up, and we're gonna move it toward our ear. Left elbow points down, in toward our side. Chest and the gaze are up and forward. Good, so we'll unwrap and we're gonna take everything on the other side. So just releasing the arms. Take the right leg off the top and we're gonna send it back behind us. Coming up onto your knee and just take the leg back, downward facing dog. And step the right foot forward and sink into your runner's lunge here. Let the left hand stay down and we're gonna reach out with the right. Letting that left hip sink a little bit more if that feels okay. Let the knee come down, flatten the foot, and sink even a little more. Couple big circles through that shoulder. Good, bring it forward. Moving into pigeon, so I'm gonna bring that right foot to the left side of my mat. Bend the knee so I can come to the outside edge of it. And then coming into the pose, as deep as feels good for this side. Last breath. Let the hands come down. We're going to lift. And then just tip over onto that right hip. Let the left leg come over and around. Take a twist out to the left. Good. Turning forward to take cow face. So you can leave your legs as they are or deepen, trying to stack one knee over the other. This time, left arm comes on top, palm face in. Right hand, palm face out. We'll move those hands in the direction of each other. Maybe taking a hold. Think about drawing that left elbow up around your ear. Left elbow to your side. Sorry, left elbow to your right elbow side. Very good. Release that bind. And this time I'm not going to come forward. I'm going to lay back. Leave your legs as they are and reach out for the feet. Give yourself a little rock side to side. Good. Let's lift those feet to the ceiling. Uncross. Reach the arms back behind you. One last little pelvic tilt to draw the low back flat. Flex the heels up to the ceiling. Perfect. Take the knees to the chest. And then make some circles through the hips. And bring it back the other way. Let the feet meet the mat. And the knees open up to either side. Reclining cobbler. Let both knees stack to the left. Letting that right hip lift off. Both shoulders still stay down.
Hoy cumples 7 años. Ya eres un hombre. Entierra tu primer juguete y el retrato de tu madre. Cambié el revólver por una red para cazar mariposas. Si vuelves a disparar, alojaré tu propia bala.
Let the knees stack over to the right.
La vida no me importa.
Left hip lifts. Both shoulders stay down. Very good. Both knees coming to the center. And we'll let the arms and the legs stretch out long. Let yourself settle into the mat. Letting everything relax and settle into your Shavasana. Noticing anywhere in the body that might still be holding, and just let it release and soften. Relax the back of your neck, your jaw, and the space between the eyebrows. If you set an intention at the beginning of class, letting this work on your mat go out toward it. Let the breath deepen. Drawing in some fresh new energy for your day. Exhaling any stuck or stagnant energy built up in the body, any tension. Inhaling the good in your day. Exhaling any worry. Let's let our bodies slowly start to stretch. Let the arms reach out and the toes reach for a big full body stretch. Let the head a little rock side to side. And we'll hug the legs up into the body, give ourselves a little rock side to side. And then we'll give ourselves a little rock up to seated. Let the neck have a little turn, releasing any tension that might still be there. And bring it back the other way. And we'll take one last big stretch together, bringing the hands up and down into the heart. Sending gratitude inward for your practice, for your time on the mat, and outward to each other. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your gorgeous energy with me today. Namaste. Thank you so much. Have a great day. See you next time.